What's up everyone and welcome to Radio 2. So today we have a request from my dear Patron Michael. Michael, thanks so much for requesting, I really appreciate it. And today we're gonna be reacting to Bad Omens. Now Bad Omens, I've never reacted to him I've never had, an uploaded reaction of them, or at least I don't think so. But I know the group. I've heard a couple of their songs, and I like him. Which one was my Limits? Yeah, this is a favorite song of mine. I love Limits. And they had one song with Poppy too. I remember that. So these are and there's a few more songs that I have memory of. I actually had a friend who was at their concert. It was yesterday or something like that. Maybe it was in Europe. I don't know. Maybe they were in London. I have no idea. But yeah, she is there. And yeah, it looked pretty fun. I just looked at the Bad Omens story today, how she at my friend's story, how she was at the concert. So it looked pretty good. So I'm quite excited to see what this song is all about. Now Michael gave me a warning that this song is a bit about isolation and emotional trauma. So that is a song for me then. So let's I'm excited for it. I don't want to waste any more of your time. Let's get into it. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, you know I'm ready. I know you're ready. This is Bad Omens Specter official music video. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh. Michael, they warned me like this is gonna be dark, you know. And you mentioned that it talks about, you know, isolation and emotional trauma. Oof, I guess you can say that. I guess these are the vibes that this song, I guess, give out. I definitely were a couple of lyrics that kind of confirmed that. It was like it was because you kept your distance. It just made it worse, you know. So pretty much, I for this specific lyric, I take it that run away from your problem. Sometimes it's not the solution, man. Yeah, sometimes you do have to go. Sometimes there will be people who's gonna hold you down. Sometimes you're gonna be in a situation where you just gotta leave. But here we talk about trauma, you know, and really you can't leave that. You did that it won't leave you. You can try to run, but you can run, but you can't hide. Like uh, it's gonna be with you, and you even if you keep your distance, that doesn't mean it's gonna get better. It's just. And then after this was the lyric, but I've learned to live with the hurt, with the way it hurts. Actually, yeah, you learn to live with the pain. A lot of people deal with that. Yeah, like so many people deal with trauma. So many people deal with depression. So many people deal with hurt. You know, like, and honestly, sometimes you can't help it. Sometimes it just consumes you and it's over. It's like in this video, a lot of these people, they showed a lot of people and they all were isolated. They all were alone somewhere, like either in the forest, either in the middle of a field, either just someplace. They were alone. And at the end, it's like the darkness consumed them. Like there was this dark figure who showed up and they just consumed all of them, or something evil, sadistic started happening. It's like it's gonna consume you eventually. And the dark thing about this is that it's real. That's the darkest thing about the video. I think it's real because dealing with trauma, dealing with depression, some people cannot deal with it, and that is very understandable, to be honest. Like it's no, recently I've read like, I don't know, statistics about something about men came up to me and I wanted to check that, like, and I saw that around what 500k men at the year took their lives, and that just 500,000 men take their lives every year. This is crazy, you know. Now I know this video is not about specifically men or anything, but it just gave me that statistics. And if you had the woman who died from suicide, you probably get around 1 million people who take their lives about every year, and these are probably the official deaths. They're probably deaths that you don't even know of. There are probably bodies that you can't even find, because who knows what the people have done to themselves. And yeah, and then this song really can maybe describe how some people felt, and you can't deal with that. It's hard to deal with that. Coming from a personal experience from a guy who has dealt with his issues, with his darkness, it's like it's weird because it hits you out of nowhere. It doesn't ask if you want that or not, if you want that depression or not. It just comes after you, just takes you, and that's it. And it doesn't let go until, I don't know, until it decides to let go. If it decides to let go. Now, I've had a friend who like literally was writing his suicidal note. He was ready to take his life. Something in him told him not to do that. Something, I don't know. That's what he told me. He was ready to just. He said that I was writing a letter to you. Like, do you know how I felt in that moment? Like, my heart was shrinking in that moment. Like, cause, like, I knew what he was dealing with, but I couldn't help. I know I understood him, but I couldn't help him. Like, therapy helped for sure. For him, therapy helped. To be honest, it was at a point where I knew maybe he was gonna be gone, but you know, luckily therapy did help, and yeah, maybe that's probably the only solution. Maybe, I don't know. It seems weird, but like, do you imagine what it's like? He said you can read it. I'm like, I'm not reading that. Like, I am not. He was ready to give me that, so I can read that. Like, I would never like. I was not gonna read that, you know. I couldn't. Like, I just couldn't. I know what he thinks about me, so I don't need no damn letters. Just thinking about it, just talking about it, just makes my heart stop. Like, it's. But yeah, man, there are people who just, this type of darkness consumes them, and you just can't do nothing about it. This trauma, man, this entire song was built around that. The singing, you know, from the guy, I don't know his name, I don't know the names of, you know, the group members, but yeah, that's how it sounded, you know. It sounded like pain itself. His voice sounded like pain itself, especially on the scream. And yeah, so man, stay safe, people. If you're dealing with something like that, man, I had a friend who was on the edge of doing something horrible to himself, and therapy saved him. So, and he said to me that it helped. And I know he is a guy who, you know, he is usually a very smart person. Usually, something that I notice is the most intelligent people usually suffers from depression or something like that, because I think sometimes they realize what the world truly is, and that is a thought that can consume you too, I feel like. But that's totally a different topic. I feel like we're distancing away from the original topic of this song. But yeah, he said that therapy helps. It does help. So, man, guys, I don't know if somebody's watching, if someone is needing this, to hear this, man, like, you go to therapy. I'm not gonna say it's all gonna be alright or something. I don't know if it's gonna be alright, but you gotta fight it. You know, that's all I can say. You gotta try to fight it. I mean, that's all I can say to a person who's watching it, who's dealing with that. As a person who dealt with that. And yeah, so go and give it a shot, man. Give it one last fight, you know. Give it one last try to fight it out. To fight out of that hole you're in, you know. Because that's what it truly is. Thank you all for watching. This song definitely got me talking, but it's very relatable. And I know that other people will relate to that, and it's just the whole circle of relations. Yeah, it's just, yeah. Thank you all. This is gonna be it from me. Bye bye. I'll see you in the next one.